uh, I never thought I'd be here today, to be completely honest with you. If you thought I was joking in this post, you clearly have not been subscribed long enough. Please do, by the way. The more the merrier. But happy 420 subscribers!
420, what you smoking?
Believe me, I'm just as surprised that I've made it this far as you are. But nonetheless, on this momentous occasion, despite how meme-lordy it can be, I have come to announce a few things. One of which will be a new coat of fur. If you look like really, really close. You know, like get close in there. You see the fluff? You see it? You see the fluffy fluff? I'm fluffy now. I'm plus 20 adorableness according to furry logic, but also plus 50 lag according to VR chat logic. I would have been more fluffy, but I can't see shit. Well, aside from a new coat of fur, I also made this world that I'm in right now from scratch. Specifically for a new format of video I've been wanting to do for quite some time. I just needed to take a few years or so dabbling in my ability to form a sentence without sounding dead or drier than a plank of wood. I was not good at it back then, I'll tell you that right now. I had no sass, I had no rhythm or whatever the fuck you want to call the skills of someone who can talk like an average human being. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Tetra, you mean to tell me that you want to do something that everybody on the platform is doing? You want to copy the Ant Dudes, the Scott the Wazes, the LS Marks, the Gamer Joints? And in the back of my head, I will admit this held me back on that idea of mine, because yeah, I would be mimicking other people and how they want to run their channel. And in some way, that would be right, and does kind of reflect on the fact that I am trying to expel a lot of uniqueness with how I'm doing it. But after a bit of thinking, I realized, hey, yeah, that's a lot of people doing the same thing. And they're all equally loved. What would really be all that bad putting my step into that category of video making? So I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I will admit I set this up to wait for 420 subscribers to not only be a complete goober and do it on that number, because ha ha ha, funny number, but the other reason is just to kind of set some kind of milestone and when I started this. But mainly, these kind of videos will be called virtual rants, in video at least. But if you ever see me upload a video like this one by the name of Dear Subscribers, it will be a virtual rant video where I sit in this world, turn on these lights, and talk about something. Whether it be my first experience with the Halo franchise, despite not having a single ounce of nostalgia for it, because at first I actually didn't really know what Halo was. I had an Xbox One, but never actually played it. I was busy playing Fable, if I recall. Not that that's a bad option. Or the other format along with these virtual rants could also just be my take on trying to talk about things that I think are a problem. Like how the internet judges things a little too hard. And believe me, the name The Sarcastic Furry is gonna hold some weight to it, because outside of the shitlord nature and memeing, I'm gonna turn this off, I am lagging, this world does need a little bit of tweaking, mind you. It will hold some weight to the name, because I will admit I'm not going to be nice. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be nice. I'm not a complete asshole, but if I'm going to talk about something that pisses me off, I'm going to be mean, although I won't be unreasonable. One thing I will make very clear is that, hey, everybody's got their opinions, everybody's got their points of views. But as long as it's not illegal and unreasonable, you're allowed to speak it. Because that's the whole point of an opinion. And thus, if I talk about how I think Dollar Tree is a hot mess of a company, and point out all the things that I've noticed while I was working there, and still am, and became a manager and learned even more about what I didn't know about the company, I have a lot to say, and some of it's not very nice. And the sarcastic part in my name will very much be notable at that point. My So I Played videos will be a little less frequent. Instead of the unfair to my own mental sanity weekly upload that I wanted to do, it will be more of a monthly thing, if not a bi-monthly thing. Every 2 months or every month. So that way I can give myself a little bit more breathing room on getting shit done. Yeah, I have my motivational issues, and doing things within a certain time frame is something I failed to do, but I will say that a major contributing factor to that would just be the fact that I want to upload too frequently. I'm pushing myself too hard. And with that note, I will mention that this will also lead to more videos in general. So I Played's being the more complicated and longer and bigger projects. But Virtual Rant? All I gotta do is remember to charge all my shit. My Valve Index controllers, my full body trackers, and my Quest headset with the battery pack. Not much work going into this aside from just getting VR, sit down, and bitch. Or console. Or praise, depending on the topic. I also would like to mention that I do not want this channel monetized. I have come to that conclusion. I was debating it for a very long time, but I think it would be best that I do not have this channel monetized. Because I don't really want to do this for money. I want to do this because I have fun doing it. But I also want to do this because, as you may have noticed with some of my posts, I am an artist. And I have stories to tell. Some of which are manga books that I have not really shown publicly because I'm scared to show them. But eventually I want to. And I have a lot of friends who back that support up, and some of which who want the voice act. If I actually pull my strings, I could have something entertaining and impressive for the world to see. I just gotta come out of my shell. But I will say, I think the best way to approach this is use my YouTube followers. Get me to 1,000 and more, and I'll post more of my original stuff. The more of an audience I have, the more confidence I have that when I post something that I hold near and dear, will be noticed. I have a lot that I could show you, and I will admit, that is locked behind 1,000 subscribers at the least. If I can get there, I sure as hell will post something. But I will say there is one thing I want to announce today, is I'm making a game. Yeah, I know, that contradicts the overworking myself logic that I had earlier, but I promise you, this isn't the same. I am learning Unity, I'm learning C#, and I'm making an attempt to make a game. Its name is Psycho Iris. It is an RPG with real-time movement and reaction times to enemy attacks. It'll be a 3D side-scroller with its overworld, but it'll be on a disc in battle with 3D animated cutscenes and stuff like that. And the overworld will be 2D sprite sheets, being my literal art in moving form. It's hard to explain it, and what I mean, it's the autism shining there, not gonna lie. But you'll like what I show you if I eventually do. The song that you're about to hear right after this, right here, right, it's starting, is also created by another YouTuber who I have linked in the bio. He is somebody who has made some amazing music, and the ones that I've directed, I mean, I'm very specific and particular with my own creations. My characters, they're my babies. And any ideas I have from my books and stories and games, they're all up in here, and it's very hard to convey them to another person. And I told them what type of music that I want this game to have, and he fucking nailed it. Give that guy some affection. Subscribe to him too. You'll be hearing a lot of his music from this point forward as well, because he's gonna make the soundtrack for the game, and I'm directing most of it. Eventually, I will post the soundtrack as a whole on this channel, and he'll be able to upload it on his as well. I don't know when that'll be, but you know, you'll see it when you see it. It'll be a bit. I want to announce it with a trailer for the game before I share the soundtrack, so that way nothing is too forgotten about once I release it fully. It'd be kind of awkward to have those videos already uploaded, and then the game comes out and go, oh yeah, I've heard this soundtrack before. I'd rather keep it a little bit behind bars, but I'm not afraid to show off the main theme and a couple of other songs, but the game itself will have a way more than I'll ever show before I actually have that game released. Anywho, again, thank you. I'm at 420 subscribers. I never thought I would be here. I know it's not a lot, and I have celebrated 111 subscribers to be fucking funny, but it was cringy as hell, and yeah, no, I can imagine how stupid I looked there, and that's okay. I'm fine with my humble beginnings, and I hope to take that as a lesson forward to improve upon what I have looked back at with a side eye of awkward staring. I'm climbing a lot faster than I thought, and I thank you all for that. And I look forward to this channel's future. Lick'em subscribble. Really? Bruh. I'm gonna have so many outtakes with this fucking shit. Jesus. Is unveiling the... Okay. Aside from a new coat of fur... Oh my god. I can't do this in one take. Holy shit. I'm lagging so much that I can't even click off of record.